Hey folks, Brian Feeney here, the design director of Wild Rift. It's so cool to be part of kicking off a new year of League, and we can't wait to show you what we've been working on. When developing Wild Rift, we aim to create an experience that is authentic to League, keeping things just the same when it makes sense. As you've likely seen, we've also made some changes to champions, skins, and the map, to make sure things feel great for Wild Rift players. We also know many of you are still waiting to play Wild Rift, and it's taking us a little longer than we planned to get it out to you all. So, here's an update on our open beta rollout plans for the next few months. We're aiming to start service in the Americas in March. We're currently working on ways to make sure you get access to a bunch of champions quickly when you join so you can start building up your competitive pool. We'll have more details soon, and we can't wait for you to start playing. Many of us fell in love with League when we found our first main. For me, it was Twisted Fate. I told myself it was for those sweet card throwing and picking out plays, but I think we all really knew it was about not needing to walk back to lane when you could globally teleport at level 1. When choosing which champs to bring to Wild Rift, we primarily focus on the ones who can expand on the gameplay and thematics that we're currently missing. Wild Rift has around 50 champs, and in 2021, we're really looking to broaden that pool. Our goal is to release an average of 2 champions every month. While not our main goal, we do feel this is a cool throwback to 2009 League PC. Anyways, let's check out some champions. Coming later this year will be one of our highest skill cap champs thus far, Katarina. She promises to pick the perfect time to strike with her deadly daggers and... Okay, alright, let me explain. When we're bringing champions over to Wild Rift, we want to keep their fantasies and playstyles intact. We only look to change abilities if they don't work on twin stick controls, or if there's a cool opportunity to really make them shine. In this case, it's both. We know from Katarina players that her fantasy comes from weaving her ult in and out of fights using Shunpo. But in our playtests, we saw that it ended up being super easy to cancel our ult accidentally with the joystick. So we tried letting Katarina slowly move and reposition while ulting, which ended up feeling really awesome on twin stick controls. It's time to let it rip. Rolling in sometime after will be Rammus the Armadillo. We want to preserve Rammus's fantasy of gotta go fast, and saw an opportunity to wild drift. Rammus now passively rolls, gaining out of combat movement speed, and the twin stick controls give Rammus a new way to really zoom around the map. Rammus's new ultimate, Soaring Slam, enables him to leap into the air and create tremors where he lands. The size of the tremors are based on his powerball speed. With these changes, we're hoping Rammus can feel more than okay on Wild Rift. And finally, as for Dr. Mundo, his update will be coming to Wild Rift a bit later in the year, because right now we're focused on getting the game in as many hands as possible. So while Mundo will still go where he pleases, he'll just be taking his time getting there, as he pleases. We're going to be making some upgrades over the next few months to flesh out Wild Rift's gameplay. One of our big focuses will be our in-game item pool. You've seen the item overhaul that just hit in League PC, and while we plan to eventually adopt some of these changes, we aren't quite there yet. In the meantime, we're looking at the item options currently available in Wild Rift and working to fill in some of the gaps. You can expect us to continue expanding itemization options throughout the year. We're also looking into more ways to play, as one of the things players have been asking about is additional game modes. Today, I'm pleased to announce we're working on our version of All Random, All Mid, or ARAM, and you can help us test it out later this year. If you want a more competitive experience, great news! Our first official ranked season is starting soon. Beyond the usual matchmaking and ranked improvements, we also want to do more to support competitive play. So we're looking into a couple of things this year. One feature you can expect soon is the ping reply system, which should help you more easily coordinate with your team and acknowledge their calls. Finally, a lot of you have been asking for a way to have more choice over the position you play in-game. We're actively working on a solution for this, and we'll bring you updates on this soon. We're going to be running a ton of events throughout 2021, with new ways to play and share the magic of League with your friends. Events are one of the ways we can create shared moments with League PC. That way, players can experience the world of League of Legends together. Our next shared moment will be the futuristic meets traditional Lunar Beast event in February. As a celebration of the Lunar New Year, the squad will be joined by Miss Fortune in a new skin unique to Wild Rift. We'll keep teaming up with League PC throughout the year, as we really don't want any missed opportunities. Outside of events, you can expect to see some other skin lines making an appearance early this year. We have even more plans for the year, so let's jump into some rapid-fire previews. We'll be heading to Targon later this year to battle for the heavens. We'll also be making our first stop at the lovely Shadow Isles. We're working on our first to Wild Rift skin line, and later, 2 of League's deadliest champions will face off and hopefully settle the score once and for all. Before we go, you may have been wondering where Teemo went after Jinx teleported him and a few others onto Wild Rift. He's had an interesting journey, and now he's starring in our biggest in-game event yet. Check out the new Tales of Runeterra, featuring Teemo and some of his Yordle pals.
Все под контролем.
Но Тима пропал без вести. Нужно провести разведку. Я помогу его найти.
Я знаю, где он. Из его тетрадки вырваны страницы билд-животера.
Да,
кстати, над Пилтовером замечены вражеские объекты.
Враги? Над Пилтовером? Что же ты молчала?
Я помогу спасти Тиму. Лейтенант Лулу, надо охранять вот этот очень важный камень. Ты справишься. Пока. Вечно я стерегу камни. Я же столько всего умею. Ой, Пикс, прости. Тимо, отбой. Обалдеть, двустволка.
Ни одного объекта. 0! Вообще ничего! Она думает, я слишком стар, но мой мотор еще ого-го!
Этот камень вообще бесполезный.
Я покажу. А? Тристана нет?
Не-а.
О, миссия под угрозой. Хочешь устроить заварушку?
Я думал, мне повезло поймать Йордла, а теперь у нас 2!
У тебя. Мне плевать, какую награду дают за Йордлов. Это бомба замедленного действия.
Что ты ноешь? Клетка из рунного железа.
О, Корки.
Лучший пилот Бандл Сити спешит на помощь!
3 штуки. Да я богач!
И это твой план?
Это отвлекающий маневр.
Что?
А я предупреждал. Тик-тик-тик.
Тристана! Я защищала камень весь день! С ним ничего не происходит! Я начинаю не трогай подозревать, что ты... Ой, мой камень!
Ах ты ж!
Тимо!
Это весь твой запал! Эй, отпусти меня!
Бросай оружие, мелкая ты!
Есть! Даже канониру Бандла нужна поддержка.
Что я тебе говорил? Не зли, Йордла.
Спасибо. Я думал, мне крышка.
С такими друзьями точно не пропадешь. А что ты вообще тут делал?
Задание Бандл Скаута 389. Заведи питомца. Милаха.
Этот червяк пожирает души!
Лулу!
Тимо, куда ты?
Тима, стой!
Timo, Tristana, Lulu, Corky, and also Kennen are making their debut on Wild Rift this week. The Yordle Expedition event will take place over the next few weeks with champs, skins, goodies, and an in-game experience where you can follow the Yordles on their journey throughout Runeterra. That's all from us for now. We're so excited to share more in the future. See you on Wild Rift.